Now, let's see how most nuclear power plants actually work. First, you have the fuel, usually uranium, which must be mined, enriched, and then formed into pellets that are placed in rods within the reactor. The atoms of uranium undergo a controlled chain reaction which emits heat. Pressurized water around the reactor vessel is heated and circulated through pipes in a steam generator, which produces water vapor that spins a turbine attached to a generator. After leaving the turbine, the steam is condensed so that the cycle can continue. The benefits of using nuclear fuels are numerous: the lack of carbon emissions, the ability to create huge amounts of energy, and the reliability of power production are all extremely important. As there are no fossil fuels used in the consumption of uranium, direct carbon emissions are non-existent and indirect emissions are limited to the construction of the facility and obtainment of fuel.
After the first explosion, I thought the problem was a hydraulic blast in the deaerators. I wanted to try to switch the setting to compensate, but then the second explosion happened.
Seconds after the first blast, we heard the second, a massive explosion. I didn't know what it was. We only felt the blast wave. It smashed my door.
With the 500-ton safety cap blown off and air being sucked in below, the reactor becomes a giant blowtorch, blasting 50 tons of nuclear fuel into the atmosphere, 10 times Hiroshima.
"20 years ago today, a reactor exploded at the Chernobyl nuclear plant. 56 people were killed. Another 9,300 are expected to die from cancers caused by the huge radiation release. 300,000 people were permanently evacuated from the area. 20 years later, Chernobyl remains a very dangerous place, and yet some people have insisted on returning. ABC's David Wright reports tonight from the Dead Zone.
Nikolai Luchinsky's childhood home is now a toxic waste site.
Home sweet home.
He brought us back to the apartment he left when he was 6 years old. His family left in a rush. On the windowsill, syringes still full of medicine, antidotes for radiation poisoning. It's strange to be here, he says. The entire city is now a ghost town.
Joining me, ABC News consultant, physics professor Michio Kaku. Professor, we've seen the helicopters dropping water on the site. If that doesn't work, what's next?
That helicopter dropping borated water is like a squirt gun trying to put out a forest fire. Too little, too late. I think we're extremely close now to the point of no return. Just a few more slight glitches, and we're going to be in an uncontrolled breach of containment. That is a Class 7 accident. That is a full-scale Chernobyl.
You think meltdown's inevitable at this point?
Almost inevitable. At a certain point, the workers going into that site will be on a suicide mission. They will have to abandon ship. And without anyone taking care of the reactor cores, we will have 3 simultaneous breach of containments. Already, Units 2 and Unit 3 have cracks in their containment vessels. Already, Unit 4 has a raging fire, we think, involving spent fuel that is not contained by any containment vessel. So we are very close now to something that is even bigger than Chernobyl.